Just going for too much, forcing that forehand up the line. Doesn't need to go for that much going down the line. That's the high part of the net.
That forehand, nearly 10 feet long.
Once again, it's that same thing, and you don't want to harp on it. It's just a poor choice of shots. Not waiting, not playing the point, trying to end the point with that big shot down the line. Not working for Venus.
Venus continues to be rattled. And the unforced errors are ruining her chances of winning this opening set. And Serena Williams now is poised with a chance to steal away this first set.
What a time for a big serve right at her at 113.
Clearly expecting the forehand there. Completely fooled by that serve by her sister Venus.
And they're painting that line. But here, Venus going cross court. You have a bigger margin of error cross court. That was close to the line, but when you try to force it up the line like she has several times, you don't have that type of margin of error. Now the ad for Venus.
Well, that time Serena guessed right. These two must know each other's games so well. And that time, Serena sensing that Venus was going to bring it down the middle, and she was right. I believe we may have had an overrule there on that baseline call. Venus Williams taking a moment to walk towards the chair umpire. Nothing was resolved. I believe Lynn Welch overruled So it is.
Venus Williams.
So it's still add. Game point for Venus to try and bring this into a tiebreak.
That's a pretty stunning overrule there. Goodness me.
Well, Serena did everything. She earned the short ball. She was moving forward. But she missed the easiest shot in the rally.
6 games on.
This is the 14th meeting between these two. And this will be the 6th tiebreak that they've played against each other. Venus has won 3, Serena 2.
So she finished off that with a little squeak at the net, just to add a little English to it.
Gets in the good serve, got the weak reply.
Yes, Serena Williams. This time she makes no mistake on the short forehand.
Such depth off that return and then just sets herself up. And look at the margin of error. You talk about margin of error, gave herself plenty of room.
The 3-1. Serena Williams.
Well, she just seems to be getting ahead of herself, and she came out of that hit, pulled it down into the net.
20th unforced error of the set for Venus.
Oh yes, Venus covering the net.
We haven't seen her up there too many times.
3-2.
But Venus Williams, a very solid volleyer, uses the pace. Look at her get on top of that net. Keeps that racket head still, wrist still. Great little pickup half volley in here. So solid on a huge point.
Well, Serena guessed right, but there was just too much power behind the two-hander from Venus.
These are two very entertaining points in a row. Serena, well, artistry, not so great, but got it back. But this, right at her. No sisterly love there. I'm going right at you, little sis. was just a titanic turn from Serena. Under the circumstances, 3-all in the tiebreak.
Nicely done by Venus. A little angle off the return. Knocked Serena off balance.
Thank you.
4 points all.
Venus Williams.
Well, no one seems to want this tiebreak. Forced errors. Really the story so far. So here's Venus Williams with a 5-4 lead. 2 serves to come.
Talking about those errors, Serena was a little more passive with that return, gave Venus a big opening there. Didn't take advantage.
Yes, and finally, Venus able to put the ball in the court. Actually, some tactics happening.
Well, Venus must have been stunned that those balls were coming back. And she was just so glad that that court was wide open. She doesn't try for too much here. She just caresses it over. A huge chance on the first set point here for Venus. Second serve.
And Venus Williams takes the opening set. That was a tense tiebreaker, and in the end, unforced errors won it for older sister Venus. So 7-6.
This month, every 5 minutes, an iPod Mini turns into a pack of Walker's Crisps. That's right, this miracle is happening every 5 minutes of every day for the whole of September. Simply buy an iPod Mini, text the number on the back, and you instantly go into the next 5-minute draw to win a delicious pack of Walker's Crisps. Every 5 minutes, a pack of Walker's Crisps turns into an iPod Mini. Stupid idea.
Sets the Italian 6-3. 3 games all in the second set. Break point, Japan. It's long. Japan breaks, so he takes a 4-3 lead in the second set. Over on the grandstand court, just quickly, Arnaud Clément, Nicolas Kiefer. Kiefer with the first set, 6-4. Clément hitting back in the second set, 5-3. Clément, of course, defeating Andy Murray in the previous round. Let's go back to Ash for the start of the second set. Elise Bergen and Leif Shirish, the commentary team.
In the fourth round.
15.
Serena has won their last 5 Grand Slam meetings, so Venus trying to break a slide, at least in the big 4 events. She did beat Serena in Miami earlier this year. And that's a good start by the Wimbledon champion. And the lights are on here at Arthur Ashe Stadium Court. The bowl pretty much in shadow as the sun is making its way down the horizon.
Just so much pressure out there, so much tension in that set, in that tiebreak. Incredible power from the two of them.
Net. Second set.
It's almost like looking in the mirror with what they throw back at each other. And in that tiebreak, 7 of the 12 points were won by good play, good shots, winners, good big serves or nice returns and volleys, and then 5 on errors. It was a 12-point tiebreak.
15.
12 points played in that tiebreak.
In the end, Venus just able to hold her nerve enough. She was up 5-3 in that first set in game score.
You have to think a lot of it's shot selection. There, Venus chose the proper shot, didn't go for too much, went up the line, gave herself a margin of error, and then drew the error from Serena.
Venus Williams.
Yeah, shot selection is such an important part of playing a tactically strong match. Not so much how you do it as when and where you put it. Venus has made some good decisions today. I mean, Serena has tried to play into her older sister's forehand more often to try and get some of those 21 errors, most of them coming on the Williams forehand. Both very effective when they do move forward.
Leif, if you had asked me before this event if Serena would play this well, I would have said I didn't think she would even play this well. We hadn't seen her all summer. I thought she might not even play this US Open. So she has exceeded what I thought she was going to come in here and do in terms of her game. And there's no question, mentally Serena Williams is very tough. Venus running through that forehand, almost trying to get into net there before she even finished the shot.
Okay, Serena Williams.
So 1 game all in the second set.
U15.
Almost hit her.
Well, a very sound strategic play from Williams, but just not enough on the volley.
I was going to say, which Williams?
Well, both, really. Venus did well just to get the ball back into play, and Serena had the volley opportunity.
Venus didn't hit that serve that hard, 105 miles an hour, but good enough to get the air, draw the air from Serena. There, that point, didn't go for the first serve at all. Came up at 88 miles an hour. We'll see this point, the add point, whether she really tries to go for a big one here.
So Venus doing nicely with her first serve in that game. She's up 2-1.
Venus Williams, please.
Call and text your T-Mobile mates more, so you won't miss a thing. One great rate on pay-as-you-go. Mates rates from T-Mobile.
Collect the soundtrack to your life.
You're unbelievable. Girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who moving, just keep moving. I see. This is what I want.
Get broadband from BT from only $17.99 with 6 free downloads from iTunes.
The sibling rivalry that started on the courts of Compton under the watchful eyes of their father, Richard Williams, continues here at Arthur Ashe Stadium Court. Of course, the story is well documented about Richard Williams buying himself a book on how to play tennis and reading it and instilling what he read in his daughters. And here they are playing again for the 14th time in beautiful Arthur Ashe Stadium Court for a spot in the quarterfinals of the 2005 US Open. The winner of this match will most likely take on Kim Clijsters, the number 4 seed. Clijsters takes on Maria Vento Cabri of Venezuela.
Very good second serve from Serena. Kicked it out there to Venus's backhand, really moved. As they say, not her forte, the little touch shot, going for that. You understand her thinking there. Well, Venus is a little off the court. Maybe I'll try that little short dink. I think that was a short dink drop shot. Turned into a calamity. And now follows that up with another forehand error. And it's interesting how a poor shot selection, it's okay, she's up 30 love. Does it come back to haunt you? At the moment, it looks like it might, because now Venus has break point after being down love 30.
Both these young women have used their first serve to bail themselves out of trouble. And Williams doing it again there.
Whoops. That was a little laziness with the footwork. A lot of pace coming back with that return, but Serena not getting those feet properly planted, and another break point for Venus.
Well, the first set, we had so many intense exchanges, almost desperate play from both these players as they tried to gain the advantage on their sister. And now it just feels like some of that intensity has drained out of the match. Yes, well, that's a better point there from Venus. She gained the advantage and refused to relinquish it. Set up nicely on the forehand. The racket's back. Yes, Venus Williams. A crisp passing shot cross court.
That point reminiscent of some of the early points in the first set we saw from Venus, just ferocious with that pass. Watch the footwork, stays with that forehand.
Well, she struck that one with anger. And this is an All-American fourth round match.
That's just incredible ball striking from both players, but from Venus in particular. Had Serena going that entire point. You're seeing some frustration now from Serena.
Well, that exchange much more restrained from both players, not quite as a frenetic pace we saw in the opening set. But one thing's for certain, Venus Williams is in command.
So, you want to offer your new customers car insurance with up to 70% no claims, a discount for buying online, up to 40% off their premiums, and a full
just outside the Arthur Ashe Stadium. So many new exciting additions to this grounds. Each year something is happening to upgrade this wonderful facility. Venus Williams has a 7-6, 4-1 lead. You know, these two sisters not only competing here, it was word that they were competing also for a role in X-Men 3. The new movies was, I believe, in final editing. Of course, they were supposed to play the role of a superhero who has special sex appeal power, and her greatest power is her ability to seduce.
15 more.
How am I supposed to respond to that one?
Well, when I heard that there was a seduction involved, I thought, Elise, that you might be out for that
I'm
role
so,
as well.
Yes, I'm so familiar with those types of scenarios. Maybe trying to seduce the over 50 crowd these days. All right, over 40.
Well, I'm not sure who buys tickets to movies these days, but I know that Brett Ratner is the director. I believe that was Serena Williams' boyfriend or former boyfriend.
They were familiar with each other. I'm not sure of what the situation is now. We're not gossips here, but Serena has certainly been the one that has been overt about her desires to go into the movie industry, into acting. Venus always has been a little more introverted, but you know what, when it comes to competition with the sister, who knows?
Serena Williams has had moments today where we've seen the Serena we know and well, the one who has won 7 Grand Slam titles, but she has also had her moments where she has struggled. She cannot afford to surrender another service break here.
And you just sense the wheels coming off a little bit for Serena right there. 2 double faults in a row. Now for Venus, that opportunity to break and go up 5-1, which is that nearly insurmountable lead.
That was a makeable service return.
And finish. Serena Williams.
Well, she gets herself out of trouble. Well, she's down, but not entirely out. Single break of serve. And remember, in the opening set, Venus had a 5-3 lead. Serena was able to rally and force a tiebreak. Can she make up this deficit here in the second set?
That was amazing, Serena. As we said, it's an insurmountable lead, that 5-1 almost. She had served 2 double faults and turned around and hit some pretty big serves to get out of that trouble. there's always been that conviction with Serena Williams. You ask her after matches which she was down, did you think she was going to lose? And she always says, losing never enters my mind. But you have to wonder, playing Venus today, you've got to think it is entering her mind.
Now with Venus producing backhands like that, you almost have to say that that's true.
30-52.
Crowd getting a little vocal out there. Unbelievable. Venus just defending here. Watch this, just defense on this shot. And Serena off balance, can't believe it.
She was in a position to make the play, but just unable or unwilling to open up that racket face. And that backhand lands right on the baseline. So Williams moves to 5-2. That's Venus.
Perimeter, what's your status?
Perimeter secure.
You can't stop her. Nobody can stop her. Who do you think's coming for you? Her name is Electra.
Electra. Like the tragedy. Her parents must have had a sense of humor.
Not really.
Jennifer Garner. Looks can kill. Electra. 20 movies now showing on Sky Box Office.
The taste of summer? Fizzy and appley. Maybe describing the taste of Strongbow is too big a job for 3 men alone.
Crunchily sweet.
I don't think you can express the taste of Strongbow in words. Maybe we should surrender ourselves to fate.
These are the ducks of fate. That says mellow. Do you approve of the word mellow?
For sure.
Flowering, poetic, and as pretentious as you like.
That's nice.
Strongbow. Let the taste do the talking.
Now the sibling rivalry between Serena and Venus Williams renewed with interest here in the 4th round of the 2005 US Open. Well, it's up to Serena. If she has plans of winning this, she has to hang on to her serve. She's down 2-5.
That's the goal right now. Got to be a little short-term goal. Hold your serve and see, can Venus serve it out? She certainly had difficulty serving out that first set, but that poor second serve, maybe one of her worst second serves of the match. Didn't reach up after it.
Oh, yes. A wonderful exchange, and you really felt like Serena ran out of gas on that last backhand.
Looked like a change of strategy for Serena that point. Kind of let up on some shots, took some pace off, and basically sent the message to Venus, well, let's see, you come up with the power on your own, and she certainly did.
15.
served well when she's needed to. She continue to produce winners off the serve. Well, another ground stroke, just one step too far for Serena, and it's Venus now with a match point. So Venus Williams wins it. A straight set win over Serena. So for the second time in a row, Venus Williams gets the best of her younger sister, and she is into the quarterfinals.
Well, this was a match that certainly had its ups and downs, but you've got to say that for the intensity of the occasion, for the pressure of having to play your sister, you just had to be impressed with Venus Williams today. She comes through. She most probably will play Kim Clijsters in the quarterfinals, and Venus wasn't perfect, but overall she's looking pretty good.
Well, Venus said going into this match that championships are not won waiting back to see what happens, and she definitely took control of her destiny by playing aggressively and out-hitting her younger sister, Serena Williams. So a straight set win for Venus Williams.
Yeah, it's not really too much of a smile, is there, for Venus Williams? Certainly no smile on sister Serena's face after that defeat. And the only time as well that you'll see Venus Williams congratulate her opponent, then walk to the sidelines and not do a Venus twirl and signal the crowd with a wave after her victory. Williams through to the quarterfinals, face Clijsters or Vento Kabji. That's the night session at Flushing Meadows. Sharapova and Petrova through earlier today. Petrova over Vidasova, Sharapova over Sanya Mirza. Never really, I'm not sure what you thought, but never really got going. The crowd as well, undecided who they support, who they want to win, and just, in the end, just rolled over into a Venus Williams straight set win. Barry Cowan and Sam Smith are with me in the studio. Sam, we always try and analyse what goes on out there in matches. This one, to me, tough to analyse because, as we said pre-match, you're never quite sure what to expect and what's going to happen, and today was just that.
Yes, I think the entertainment really ebbed and flowed out there. Obviously, first set absolutely critical, but you just felt you could analyse it in any sort of way. The longer the